I have to say, I'm a little nervous about this conversation because why? What were those
I'm
eyes
just
about?
curious. I'm so curious.
Well, I have, I'm just nervous about this conversation. Anyway, so let's have this conversation. What did you think about this book? It's a book about, I think we should start prefacing what the book is about before we go into discussion for people who don't read the book and just listen to the podcast. So who would like to explain what this book is about?
Well, it starts off as a medical mystery. The author is having a variety of symptoms that she's just sort of pawned off from doctor to doctor, and nobody's really getting at the root of it. And it sort of culminates in a realization that it's from being silenced as a woman, essentially, that our culture really silences women. And so a lot of this flared up around the time that President, as she calls him, President Bleep, was elected, and sort of it became something that was always done. The silencing of women became more blatant, the grab them by the, mentality.
Mm-hmm.
And
the Me Too movement.
Yes, and the Me Too movement, and sort of thinking back at relationships that she's had that felt abusive. I don't know. Am I doing a good job?
Yeah, I think you're doing a great job.
I don't know. I think that I thought that's what the book was going to be about. The initial part, the medical mystery and the solving of it. And I actually don't think there was very much of that at all in this book. The first chapter touched upon that. And then to me, the rest of the book felt like it was a journey of her healing from her trauma. Like her discovering her trauma and healing. I think that's...
Okay, Cathy, you did a better job summarizing it.
I think it was about her spiraling down to be able to recognize that she had suffered some kind of trauma, which, did I miss it? Or did she ever explicitly say what the trauma was? Did I miss it? Well, it was implied.
There was the medical, or there was the physical trauma of giving in to a boyfriend when she had... So it's not like date rape per se. She was in a relationship, but she felt pain when they had sex, and she said, not right now. I need to heal. I need to feel better. And he pushed and pushed and pushed, and she'd just say, okay, and felt it was in a lot of pain. And then eventually, I don't know if it was years later, but a long time later, she's at a gynecological appointment, and the gynecologist says, when did you give birth? And she said, I've never been pregnant. I've never given birth. And she said, your cervix is shattered.
Shredded.
Yes, it was shredded.
Was the
from,
word. Some trauma.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think that was...
Yeah, that's what I got
essentially.
Too.
So it was the, being silenced, that it's like she said no multiple times. So it's like, it's that gray area between rape and
not rape,
because
it's consensual, non-consensual.
Yes,
like I'm saying no, but you keep pushing me, so I'm saying yes to be done with it.
Yes.
I've definitely done that before in relationships in the past, and sometimes with my husband. I'm like, just get it over with. Just do it, okay? We've done this a million times. I just want you to shut up.
You know how it works.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm just gonna start reading something, and you go ahead. I mean, that's. Sometimes I feel that way.
Making a list.
Right? I'm just in my head going, yeah, I got to go to Trader Joe's and Target. And oh, yeah, awesome. That's kind of sometimes, I don't know. Yes. Hers was a slightly different experience than what I just described as mine. But I think those experiences do happen in relationships where you're saying no and you cave to what you feel you need to have happen, to either make the situation end or to make the other person happy or to try to be brave or overcome something you're going through.
To stay in the relationship.
Yeah. In some ways. Okay, so that's the trauma I thought happened because she never explicitly said I was assaulted, I was date raped, or you just kind of had to put the pieces together. But those were we all got the same
Yeah.
story from. Okay.